Hey, everybody. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I hope you're having a blessed day wherever in the world you are. Welcome to PEP Talk, the podcast where we give you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us God. We take all these interesting and sometimes complex health and wellness topics, and we break them down into simple, easily understandable, and digestible action steps so that you can take action to improve your health and the health of your loved ones. And if you're a physician, because I know we have lots of healthcare practitioners that follow our podcast, you can take this information and share it with your community and help your patients as well. I'm your host, Dr. Eric Naputi. 20 plus years, I've been a functional medicine, functional neuro practicing doctor, have helped literally hundreds of thousands of patients across the globe get to the root cause of their problem. And we've trained tens of thousands of doctors to help do the exact same thing. Today on Pep Talk, I'm really excited. We're in a journey right now talking about peptides. Peptides are all the rage right now, even though peptides have been around for decades. In fact, most people don't realize that some of the genesis of peptides really goes all the way back to, the Cold War and the Russians and KGB. They were one of the originals that took these peptides and saw the benefit to improve to make super soldiers. They were wanting to make humans that, were bigger, stronger, faster, and repaired themselves quicker and had better brain function. And now we've been able to advance peptides to a whole slew of advanced technologies, everything from muscle building to weight loss to reduction of inflammation to improving skin, hair, nails. It's amazing where we're at and where we're going truly is limitless. And now people are hearing about peptides in the news now more than ever because of things like Ozempic and Wegovy and Trizepatide, which are, weight loss and diabetic type medications. But peptides themselves have been around for a long time. In fact, I've been using peptides in my own clinical practice now for almost 20 years. And we've had amazing results with all different kinds of peptides. But I want you to understand that we never just recommend peptides by themselves. It's also all about your lifestyle. If you want to be healthy, you got to think well, live well, sleep well, move well, think well, eat well, then you'll be well. Peptides are a form of a supplement, if you will. It'll supplement your lifestyle. Well, peptides are nothing more than a strand of amino acids that are stuck together. Amino acids are a metabolic byproduct of proteins from plants and from animals. And when we eat these proteins, they break down in our body and they form into these peptide chains. And these peptides are nothing more than cell signaling chemicals. They go to certain cells in our body and they tell those cells to go to work. They wake them up. You see, when we're young and we're vibrant, our cells are moving and oscillating and vibrating at a fast frequency. They turn over quickly. They go through the process of autophagy, which is repairing and building new cells, which is how we repair and build our body. All of our tissues and our body are made up of trillions and trillions of cells. And when we get older, our body's ability to absorb and digest protein goes down. So our ability to synthesize peptides goes down drastically. So taking peptides as a supplement, or in some cases even as a drug, can be very beneficial for individuals. And today I want to talk about a peptide that is, we've been using it now for quite some time. I will tell you that years ago, we started a weight loss metabolic boost program that I've had patients that have lost 10, 15, 20 pounds using these protocols. And I've had some people that have lost over 100 pounds using these protocols with these particular peptides. And the peptide I'm talking about right now is not semaglutide. That's the one that most of you are aware of. The peptide I'm talking about right now is 5-amino-1. It's made up of 5 amino acids. And this peptide is really, it's a phenomenal metabolic boosting peptide, which a great side effect of boosting metabolism is weight loss. And then all the benefits that goes with losing weight, reducing inflammation, improving cognitive function, living a longer, happier, healthier life, reducing your risk for the top causes of death, the top 3 causes of death, which number 1 is cancer, number 2 is heart disease, and number 3 is death from your doctor. The less obese you are, the less you're going to have a need to have to go see a doctor to put you on a medication that could have a side effect that could cause some problems. Now, I want to talk a little bit about obesity and being overweight and and the fact that we have a serious problem with that globally, especially here in the United States, but this is now a global problem. I want to read some stats to you. So check this out. First of all, we all know that obesity has truly emerged as a global crisis. In fact, one of the main reasons why the United States of America did poorly, in fact, one of the worst countries' results globally, is because most Americans are overweight. And I will tell you that when you're overweight, you have pre-existing conditions and your immune system is compromised. But the problem is that most people, because of the food supply we have, the water supply we have, and the lack of true knowledge and education on what health really is, they don't know how to reset their metabolism, AKA they don't know how to get the weight off and keep it off. I'll tell you that I personally right now have been using 5-amino-1 for the past 3.5 weeks, and I'm down 22 pounds right now. And I've got another 10 that I'm going to go. I'm doing a metabolic reset right now just to get my metabolism reset before I start putting some muscle mass on. And the 5-amino-1 peptide has been, to me, one of the breakthroughs for those results. So look, let me just share this with you, because I want to talk about the economic impact of obesity. Look at this. The economic ramifications of obesity truly are profound. In fact, listen to this. The direct healthcare cost and the indirect healthcare cost related to productivity and liabilities related to obesity in 2019. By the way, 2019 is the farthest back the soonest we have data on this, because ever since the pandemic, it's been nobody wants to report these numbers. Listen to this. Over a $2 trillion, listen to this, $2 trillion global impact annually. $2 trillion. Well, there's a plan right now in the United States of America. How do we cut over $2 trillion out of our healthcare spend? Because $5 trillion we spend, 2.5 trillion of that goes to bureaucratic waste and does not improve the outcomes of our patients' results. Well, if we can get the obesity epidemic under control, and we can by cleaning up our food, because it's not just the eating of too many calories, it's eating of too many chemicals. And folks, I mean, Robert Kennedy Jr. and the Make America Healthy Again campaign are shining a ginormous spotlight on this problem, finally letting people know that the food pyramid is what's caused us to have these problems. And our own government, who is supposed to be there to protect us, doesn't have a clue on how to do that. They don't know the first thing about health, nor do they care. And how can these individuals be running our healthcare program? It's absolutely insanity. And the definition of insanity is doing the same thing again and again and again, expecting a different result. So listen to this. Approximately 2.8% of the world's gross domestic product projections as of 2035, this figure could escalate to $4.23 trillion annually of a global economic cost of obesity if we don't take advantage of the technologies that are out there now and allow individuals to have access to these generally recognized as safe therapeutics that are not drugs, but can be used as over-the-counter nutraceuticals that can really help people. There are other consequences of obesity. You know this. It's one of the leading causes of cancer is obesity. One of the leading causes of heart disease is obesity. One of the leading causes of autoimmune issues, obesity. Leading cause of neurodegenerative issues, obesity. Leading cause of depression, insomnia, and anxiety, obesity. And the list goes on, including neuromusculoskeletal issues like chronic pain. One of the biggest reasons why people need knee, hip, and back replacement surgery is because of obesity. It's really quite amazing. If you look at this, listen to this. In 2016, and these numbers just keep going up. But in 2016, over 1.9 billion, almost 2 billion of the 8 billion adults on this planet are overweight, with 650 million of them classified as obese. That number has gone up drastically since 2016. It's crazy that the surge and how this impacts primarily low and middle class more than everyone else that's out there. Knowledge is power, but wisdom is applying this to your life. So let's talk a little bit about the application of peptide use for metabolic improvement, which a side effect is going to be weight loss. That's not the key. The key is not to lose the weight. The key is to boost the metabolism so that the body works like it's supposed to, so cells, organs, and tissues can work like they're supposed to. And the side effect is we look good, we feel good, and our body doesn't carry the risk of these diseases, okay? So now listen, let me give you some data points on this peptide, which has really become one of my favorite peptides. And again, I've been working with this peptide for gosh, well over 12 years now. So in my clinical practice and me personally. So let's talk about 5-amino-1. So 5-amino-1 often it's 5-amino-1-MQ is the actual name, often referred to as 5-amino-1 peptide. Its role in promoting muscle preservation and weight loss. Now listen, one of the digs, the negative impacts of semaglutide or semaglutide, which is also what Wegovy and Ozempic are, is yes, you lose weight, but it causes protein, which is muscle wasting, which is a big problem because it's more important to have muscle mass than it is to lose weight to improve the quality and function of your health. That is important. Let me say that again. It's more important to have muscle mass, according to the longevity studies and the studies that show that the more muscle mass a human has, especially later in life, the less risk they have for mortalities and morbidities, which is death and disorders, than it is to lose weight. So this peptide can cause metabolic improvement, which is AKA weight loss, but it doesn't cause the muscle wasting. And it's an overall big anti-aging improvement. Now listen to this. So 5-amino-1 inhibits, so it's the inhibition of nicotinamide methyltransferase. So let me explain what that is. This NNMT pathway is an enzyme that causes muscle wasting. All right. Now, this peptide can also improve the pathway to improve NAD plus in the body. NAD plus is one of the most important compounds in the body when it comes to, longevity, cellular health. If you don't have enough NAD, you die. And people are trying to do NAD with injections and supplements and et cetera. And that's good, taking exogenous supplements of it. But if you don't have this pathway open, your body's not going to do it. And 5-amino-1 helps open up that pathway for your body to produce NAD plus on its own, which will enhance energy. It'll help improve mood. It synthesizes protein muscle, improves muscle mass, and it helps protect against, sarcopenia, which is age-related muscle wasting, right? That as we get older, when somebody waves at you, the bottom of their arm is all that skin. That's because of muscle wasting that's happened. By the way, this also promotes fat loss and improves muscle definition. This peptide supports fat metabolism, improves fat to muscle ratio, which is the key. By the way, a brand new study just came out that says fructose, which is the sugar compound in fruit, which I'm not a big fan of you eating fruit every day unless it's berries. Increase in fructose can increase the intermuscular fat deposit. So you look at a steak and they've got the lines on the steak, the lines, like the striations. Well, if fat deposits get inside those muscles, that weakens the muscles, then weakens the joint, then weakens the organism in the body. This peptide, the 5-amino-1, can help with that. Listen to this. It has a fat loss, okay, without muscle loss. Let me say that again. 5-amino-1 helps with fat loss without weight loss, all right? It increases lipolysis, which is the breakdown of fat, while preserving lean muscle mass. This is huge. This is what we want. That's why, now I have a lot of people that we put on trizepatide still to this day. I love compounded trizepatide. We make trizepatide for our patients with some B vitamins in it to offset some of the side effects of the semaglutide, but we get great results with it. Great results with it. If you have the right peptides and you live your life based off of your genetic lifestyle and you exercise appropriately, you sleep appropriately, you're going to benefit from this. Here's one thing I love about 5-amino-1 is it also improves insulin sensitivity, very similar to semaglutide. This peptide's been shown to enhance glucose uptake by muscle cells because it's not causing the muscle wasting to happen, which improves insulin sensitivity, which leads to type 2 diabetes and ultimately type 3. So it helps in scenarios of that as well, AKA this peptide 5-amino-1 can also improve your ability to reduce or repair any type of metabolic disorder or dysfunction. It can also improve bone density. 5-amino-1 primarily targets muscle and metabolism, but it does have a positive effect on muscle bone density, which is important because I can't tell you how many men, really more women that I talk to on a daily basis that I've been told they have osteoporosis or even osteopenia. And this is a solid solution for that. This peptide also has been shown in clinical trials to help with reducing cardiovascular function by lowering visceral fat. The visceral fat is the fat around the organs. This is the most dangerous type of fat that's out there. Folks that you see that are, that are overweight but have a really big belly, that's the scary type of fat. Or individuals you see that are really thin but have like a basketball in the front. Those individuals have a tremendous amount of risk as well for visceral fat, which leads to organ dysfunction, which leads to early morbidity and mortality. So this peptide can induce endothelial function by improving fat metabolism. It supports all vascular health, so all blood health, okay, and can actually reduce arterial stiffness, which is a big deal because as your arteries get stiffer, okay, because of insulin resistance and increased fat deposits and lower metabolism, you have a higher risk for high blood pressure and cardiovascular disease and disorders. It can also improve cognitive function for the same reason. The blood vessels in the brain are really, really macroscopic. And as they harden because of stress and insulin resistance and poor metabolism, that's going to cause low blood supply to the brain. Well, that's going to cause some serious freaking issues. So this is extremely beneficial for that. It's neuroprotective. So this is a neuroprotective peptide because it helps improve mitochondria. And many of you have heard me talk about this mitochondrial disorder, dysfunction syndrome that we're seeing that truly is an epidemic. Our body cannot produce energy on a cellular basis anymore, and that's metabolism. This peptide has been shown to help with that. It improves energy as well because of opening up the NAD plus pathway. This peptide really helps ensure brain cells receive adequate energy, potentially improving focus, memory, cognition, and cognitive resilience. So let's talk a little bit about when some of the main reasons that that this would be a powerful peptide. So number one, to increase mobility and independence. Number two, to reduce the risk of falls and fractures. It also helps metabolic regulation, cardiovascular decline. It helps with this cognitive decline, muscle wasting syndrome. And just, I don't know about you guys, but if you see a picture of most men and some women, when they're younger and you see that they got a big, strong, thick, plumpy butt, and then guys, as we get older, sometimes our gut gets bigger and our butt gets smaller and we get a medical syndrome called no ass at all syndrome. That's a sign that your muscles are wasting. This peptide can improve that. By the way, the glute muscles have a direct correlation to the ability for your body to produce testosterone and growth hormone. This peptide can help improve all of that. So this is a really powerful peptide. Anybody really over the age of 30 could benefit. We actually can give this peptide out by itself in oral delivery or in injectable utilizations that can be done on a daily basis. We also have this peptide in other formulations that are cofactors with other GLP-1 agonists, all right? 5-amino-1 does serve as a GLP-1 agonist, which helps the body not crave carbohydrate sweets. It slows down and suppresses appetites, but really can help improve overall metabolism. And this is one that can be done long-term. I will tell you that most of my patients that I put on semaglutide, we don't have the plan of having them on that for the rest of their life. Whereas this peptide, they can take this every day and there's very little to no side effects, especially if you're eating for your genetic lifestyle, you're exercising for your genetic lifestyle, you're resting the amount of hours you need, the 8 to 10 hours that you're supposed to get, taking the right nutraceuticals and really thinking well, living well, moving well, and breathing well, and you'll be well. So again, 5-amino-1 is a phenomenal peptide. It's something that we can put into a drink formula. You can drink it down once or twice a day to lose weight. You can take it once a day just to maintain metabolism. And again, it keeps the body going. And when your get up and go has got up and went, it's because your mitochondria is not working and your cellular metabolism has slowed down. So this is just one of many possible solutions that you could put in your arsenal of tools of peptides to help improve the quality and function of your life. So guys, listen, I know this is a lot of info. Go back, listen to this information, share it with your friends and family. This is a peptide that truly can be a game changer if you implement this proper into your life. There's no such thing as a magic cure, right? There's no pill, potion, lotion, or drug that fixes your problem. But if you incorporate the right things with the right lifestyle based off of your own genetic need, then man, you can do amazing, amazing things. You got to remember, knowledge is power, but wisdom is taking that knowledge and applying it to your life. So go to our website, go to peptalk.world. That's peptalk.world. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure if you guys are using this peptide 5-amino-1, man, tag us in that. If you're using some of our formulas, let us know the feedback. Man, we're getting ridiculously amazing results with people from these formulas with a very simple tweak of their lifestyle. All right, guys, until we meet again, I'm Dr. Eric Naputi. God bless you. God bless America, and God bless the world. Stay smart out there, and I'll see you next time. Be well.